Campfires are great for cooking, deterring bugs away, and keeping you warm, but not everybody knows how to extinguish a fire when out camping. Let me tell you how. Extinguishing campfires shouldn't be too tricky, but small mistakes can lead to detrimental impacts on the environment. So while it seems self-explanatory, it's better to be well informed rather than to assume. To properly put out a campfire when camping, you need to start with water. Water should be the primary method when trying to put out a campfire, as it's the most effective solution. And don't be shy about the amount of water either. You want to make sure you're drowning all the visible embers so that they're completely submerged. Next, you're going to want to stir the ashes. It's important to stir the ashes and embers after pouring the water to ensure that the campfire is fully wet. Next, we want to check for heat. Don't just leave right away. Always double check and make sure that the area where the campfire was is cool to the touch. If everything checks out, you're free to walk away and continue camping. An alternative method to extinguishing a campfire if you find yourself scarce on water is to use a large amount of dirt or sand to smother the fire, but of course, mix it thoroughly. So now that we covered how to extinguish a campfire, we need to go over some certain considerations to keep in mind. First off, you should never bury a fire. As we talked about momentarily, smothering a fire with either water, dirt, or sand can help put the fire out, but the act of mixing in the water, dirt, or sand is what stops the embers from reigniting another fire. Solely burying a fire can cause it to smolder underground, which could potentially cause a wildfire. The next important thing to keep in mind is where your water source will be. Knowing where your water source is will help in completing the steps to extinguishing your campfire. Always having a bucket of water next to your campfire is a great preventative to water scarcity. And lastly, check your campsite regulations. Your campsite will have all the information on how they prefer to deal with campfires and if campfires are even allowed on the campgrounds. So make sure you pay close attention to that before you start your campfire. If you have any other tips on how to extinguish campfires, make sure you leave them down in the comments for others to see. I hope this video was informative and helpful. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to stick around and follow us on all of our other social media platforms so you never miss any new content or promotions that may come out. Until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and keep exploring. I'll see you later.